No smoke, let's go! Hello, my name is Adam LZ and welcome to the channel where we are never satisfied and constantly changing everything. And today we're doing that with my Mint 964. Now, if you remember, my friends over at EP9 up in Canada were kind enough to gift me a beautiful set of headers when I picked up the car after they did the 4-liter. The idea is that these headers that I purchased are an off-the-shelf piece. These flat collectors supposedly aren't the best for power, but there wasn't enough time to do a full custom system, but today we're diving back into it. So you can see the difference in style. We've got the runners like this, opposed to going all zigzaggy back. I am just gonna delete heat. I haven't had it working anyway, so I don't really care, but the spicy part of what we're gonna be doing is this. Now, for weight purposes, it was my dream to have a titanium exhaust on this car, but for budget purposes, spending 20 grand on a titanium system for a 964, not really something that was in the cards. Now, a lot of people will do a titanium GT3 muffler for these, which is cool and not crazy expensive. You can pick them up off of a used 991 and not break the bank. I don't know, maybe they're like 1,000, 2,000 bucks. I guess I should just show you instead of talking about it. So this is the titanium 991 muffler. I went through the trouble of modifying, painting, getting everything mocked up on the car. I hated how it looked. It's just not for me. I like the classic dual exit, so this couldn't be used. Also, this one was dented in a car crash, and that's why it was so cheap. So what we have here is actually significantly more rare, but surprisingly, not that much more expensive. So I scored this from New Jersey for 1,000 bucks, and I want to give a massive shout out to my homie Mark. He's a big Skyline guy. He drove like an hour to pick this up for me. I just had to have it. This is actually exhaust off of a 991 GT2 RS, so like a $400,000 car. I get to have a titanium muffler, which actually is quite a bit lighter than this. Wow, way lighter than this. That's a little terrifying. Wow, I actually might not have the issue that I thought I was gonna have. So this is either gonna work really well or really badly. The problem is, on these GT3 mufflers, even on stock cars, they blow apart at the welds. When people take the cats off of their cars, it's not designed to handle it internally, so people modify them, do all the stuff, reinforce them. I don't know if we're gonna have that issue on this, because look at the style. Yeah. It looks to be made quite a bit differently. It's one piece instead of having all these like baffles and stuff. Right. Either it's gonna blow apart really quickly, which would suck, or it's gonna work. I've never seen anyone do this on an air-cooled car, but it'll let us have our titanium lightweight muffler, and it will let us have dual tips. Basically, in theory, this should mount up like so. Wow, the tips actually aren't too far off either. That's hilarious. So I wanna have Johan make some fancy tips for me out of this so they won't stay like this. But for now, the goal is to basically get this mounted up, get the headers joined to it, and see what it's gonna sound like.
This is an RTR Mustang, but every $5 you spend on LZMFG Drift HQ or RTR vehicles gets you a chance to win the RTR Mustang.
You got it.
Bonjour.
Salut.
Hey, it's header day today. I have a question for you though.
Header day, Patrick. Patrick!
So I'm not gonna listen to what you told me, and we're not gonna reinforce the exhaust.
Sounds good, Adam.
So look, this is the GT3 one. Have you seen the GT2 one in person? It's totally different. I think it'll be less likely to blow apart just by looking at it.
No, because the middle is open. Both flow are gonna hit each other in their face, so it's gonna do. But feel free.
The mod that you sent me is gonna delete all the muffler.
It's not.
It basically makes it a straight pipe.
No, that's good.
I want my car to be quiet. Look, we're gonna try it. If it doesn't work, we'll know.
You're gonna see quickly. It's gonna be super drony.
Really?
Yeah.
But you delete the muffler and then it's less drony?
Yeah, because right now both flows are hitting each other in the face. They are not direct to go in the other direction. Whenever you put the X pipe, at least the flow is not hitting each other. In a turbo application, you don't really care for that because it's just pushing so hard on it. But on a NA, you need to tell where to go to stop.
We'll try it and we'll see. We'll see what it sounds like and we'll see if you're right. Oh yeah, you want to bet?
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, just for your info, you owe me 50 bucks.
Why do I owe you 50 bucks?
Because Patrick, last week, we opened the wall here and we're moving stuff. And the old oil of your transmission was always in that same pan. We never like remove and filtered it. And it was full of beat. And Patrick is like, he owes you 50 bucks.
No way, bullshit. Made up.
True.
Fake news.
So to bring you up to speed, there's a possibility this exhaust will explode into a million pieces or drone. We don't know because no one's ever tried this. So we're gonna try it. I'm hoping for more power from the headers and a little bit more exotic noise. The argument is basically that when you have a turbo and you have cats, it's taking away a lot of the heat and exhaust pressure. Yeah. So can this handle it? We don't know, but we're gonna find out. So let's stop talking about it and be about it. We could go on forums for 4 hours and listen to people whine that the check engine light's gonna come on, or we can just do it and find out. From the factory, it would actually go upside down like this, because on the GT2, the exhaust comes up into the bumper. But for this, I don't know if we'll be better suited to do it like this, or flip this 180. So Johan's mucking up the headers, and we'll kind of see what we have in terms of room.
So, first time I use this thing, I usually go by the dials, but I was like, oh, it would be a good time to try this out. So, and this is all new to me, so simple math. Now this shoe, if it's not too hot, work on the car, and then the other size, for some weird reason, female on the header, and then the other side is a male, where the driver's side coming out of the header is a male, so this is the female version, like the other version.
It's weird.
Yeah.
They're like swapped.
Yep. Maybe just so that they know left and right.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. So, we gotta clean it up more, but pretty much our measurement is good. So my math is mathing today. So I run it on the lathe to clean it up more, so it sits perfectly on the header. We got one side, we got some material, and then we have some factory GT2 clamps for the muffler. So a couple of bends each side, and we should hear this thing roaring.
Mike, this is not a sponsor thing by any means. I am very excited. I've always wanted a Digitech whammy pedal, and it's got like this thing. This is a guitar nerd thing. I can change the tuning, so I don't need to keep retuning my guitar. It's kind of cheating, but like a lot of live guitarists, you see like do, and then the guitar sound changes. It's because I got one of these. Check out how cool this thing is. What is this?
Wait a second.
This isn't a whammy pedal.
No, that's an air freshener.
So, fun fact behind this. This was actually, we did a Photoshop contest. We took this photo, which I'll have Mike put on the screen. I was just like hanging from a tree, and I loved it. It was, I think it was a promo for the Gator shirt that we did a while back. And it was such a stupid photo that I did a little challenge to see who could do the best Photoshop. This one wound up being the winner. I'll show you the Photoshop, but he literally Photoshopped it so good that everyone told us we needed to make it a product. So we went ahead and we made our very own Little Me hanging air fresheners that you can put in your car. It's a 3-pack. It's not available yet, but we're gonna be doing a pretty cool drop with some new stuff this Friday. We'll put the time on the screen. Make sure to set a reminder. There's gonna be a bunch of cool new stuff dropping, but this is probably the most exciting bit. We got a bunch of different flavors. We got strawberry, black ice. What else do we have? Summer linen. These are all the samples. Mango, coffee, and massive shout out to Jesse for coming up with this. I think this may be the first product we've ever done that was a direct result of comments from you guys, so it's pretty cool to see it come to fruition. The pack is cool, and they smell good too. Also, my plan is to bring a bunch of these to SEMA, and I'm just gonna go into as many random cars as I can. Of course, people that I know, and I'm just gonna like Easter egg put them in their car. So if you guys are walking around SEMA and you see one, take a photo and tag me, but don't tell the owner. We're just gonna be hanging everywhere in our shop from now on. Oh, don't worry about this.
Yeah.
Ready?
Hey. You.
large problem.
I mean, it's gonna get sucked up when the car's on the ground.
But
You get that. It's still. I mean, it's still. We need quite a bit.
it's crazy how wide it is.
Yeah. It's weird that this side doesn't hit, but that side does.
It's like one pipe that is not the same. Are we doing that? That's what we do here, race cars.
Center exit right out the middle of the bumper.
Right here, look. You want to turn down? Here we go. Turn down.
Oh, heck yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go. One clamp.
Turn down.
No, I think this is too big. Too big. Yeah.
Just look at the front number, man. Shit.
Ay, Dios mío, tío. Qué cómico. People like when I speak Spanish in the videos, so I'll try to do it more.
Sí. Ok. Búscame otro, por favor.
Necesito...
¿Viste lo que le pasó a Valencia este weekend?
Sí, necesito.
Sí, muy malo.
Cortarse o pelo.
Sí. Like, Peaky Blinders.
This is way more pink than red. In fact,
It's pink red.
that's pretty incredible for a color match.
No, it's not. It's pink red. It's not bright. This is neon.
Undisclosed, blur the screen, unavailable, sample only. Is this for our Suron adventures, Johan?
Look at that.
Oh, down. Yeah, bro. We're not there.
It's close enough, dude.
No.
You can fill that gap, right?
Yeah. Look, pull out the MIG. That's what we use MIG for. Fill in the gap.
Yeah. So basically, you need one little pie cut.
Yeah.
Either a pie cut or like a half-inch piece of straight.
You see though, like this thing here,
I know.
we could cut it off.
If this wasn't a 964 built,
How much is this car?
a lot of monies.
35,000.
What?
How much is this? It's fucking 97, bro.
I'll get the whiz wheel. We can ying that thing off. Tell them about it later.
Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with him then. That's why we're doing that, expanding it so that it will be the same OD as the factory Porsche, and then I'm gonna weld that pipe to this piece, and then it will seal on that piece.
Nice.
On these, yeah,
Look, OFAB.
Oh,
In the house.
Oh, shoot, Fab. Oh, shoot, Fab.
That looks awesome. Johan had to leave early, so Owen stepped in. It mirrors the other side pretty well. Come check out OFAB.
You got this thing dialed or what?
We're close, we're close.
All right. I mean, I helped, just saying.
Oh yeah, he did help.
Burned my hand holding it while we were tacking it up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get some aluminum tape, dude.
Yeah.
I need you guys' help, all right? So one of the things we want to do during the off season, probably sometime in December, is a build off between the LZ shop and the Drift HQ shop. But we don't know what cars we want to use. We don't know what the purpose is going to be. So I'm gonna be looking at the comments on this video, and I'm hoping you guys can give us some good ideas. The only criteria I would say, I'd like to ideally stay under a $10,000 budget per car with the mods. So it would probably be something a little bit on the more inexpensive side. It can't be an E36 because we've already done way too much E36 content. And ideally, from a business perspective, I'd like it to be a car that we do sell parts for on Drift HQ. So don't pick like a PT Cruiser. Unless, I mean, I guess we could put parts that we sell in a PT Cruiser. Give me some good ideas, guys. I'm gonna be looking, it's gonna be really fun, but we want to do something that is not gonna be too easy, for lack of a better word. So give us some ideas. I'm looking forward to reading them, and then we should have a fun build-off series planned for some time in like December time. All right, hear me out. I wanna add a disclaimer. We're gonna start it, and we're gonna get to hear what this thing sounds like, but it's kind of a little fake, and here's why. So my wheels are actually a little bit too high of offset to be bolted on with this header. and we're gonna need to modify it. And before I had Johan redo this whole runner for this, which he'll have to like cut and weld and adjust, I was like, let's just make sure that we like how this exhaust sounds. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire it up. Everything's just tacked. If you look at the exhaust tips, this is not what it's gonna look like. I talked about it in an earlier video, but I'm like thinking about doing some sort of turn down situation. I know it looks weird here, just hear me out. There's a vision behind it.
Yeah.
But some kind of like race car style turn downs.
I know the whole style. I get
Titanium.
you. Yeah.
For now though, I just want to make sure that we're gonna like how it sounds, because my Canadian friends got me very nervous that it's gonna sound like doggy doo-doo. So we'll fire it up and see what she sounds like. Obviously we're hoping we make more power, but I'm hoping to get a little bit more exotic note out of it, a little bit more fine tune. I just don't know if the notes from both sides are gonna scavenge properly inside of there and like merge as if it had an X pipe. The old setup, which we had in the beginning of the video, sounded a little bit more like hot rod V8 style, but I really want this to have more of like a GT3 style sound. I just don't want to do the GT3 muffler.
There's some
Quiet.
There's some schmeg in there.
I wonder if that's just like muffler debris.
No, it's a leaf.
It's gonna be a little bit rich right now because the O2s aren't in. It's gonna trim like an extra 10% fuel because it thinks that it's lean. But I don't want to let it get hot or it's gonna melt the bumper.
Yeah, just give it a couple of quick little revs. That sounds sick.
Now I didn't hear it back there. Do we like it?
It sounds sick.
Compare it to the old sound for me.
More high pitched.
Is it?
There's a little more high pitched
For
note
sure?
to it. I think so.
You agree? It's high pitch. What I like about it is it doesn't sound like there's gonna be drone.
No.
There's not a very deep note.
Yeah.
It's very like.
Do you want me to sit in the car and do a quick one for you? I don't think it's gonna harm the bumper.
Oh, the exhaust tip is still pretty.
Pretty cold.
Yeah, I'm just worried about melting my bumper. It's gonna be so hard until we rev it up more.
I know.
I might just say and let the car warm up for a bit so I can rev it higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna let it warm up for a second so I can rev it higher. Yeah. It sounds real high pitch.
Oh yeah.
See how rich it is right now?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do we like how it sounds?
I like it.
All right, you give me 2 quick revs like that. I really want to be sure about this before we take the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's rich, all right. All right, yeah, we can turn it off. Maybe that's what blows out the muffler.
That was the car saying, yes, I like this sound.
Okay, so I think I like it. You know what? It almost feels like a hybrid of the GT3 muffler, which sounds more high pitch at like high RPM.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that it had before, which has that like, it still kind of has the Porsche low RPM, old school Porsche where you hear the separate banks.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's because it doesn't have an X pipe in the center. So when there's low exhaust pressures, you're hearing the individual banks, but when it revs higher, because there's that pass through in the middle, they equalize each other more.
That makes sense.
I feel confident in having Johan spend a full day now welding up everything and getting everything dialed.
Yeah.
I think it's like pretty much exactly what I want. And the beauty of it too, not to be a weight weenie, we're probably shedding 50 pounds of this other stuff by simplifying it with those other headers, hopefully making more power. It is a kind of a heavy car. I know these things you'd think that they'd be light. They weigh like 3,200 pounds stock.
Yeah.
So a car that makes 350 horsepower, 750 pounds you might feel. I guess next up we'll have Johan weld it all up. We'll get the tips done. Maybe you guys will see this in this video actually, but I won't because I'm off to SEMA. I will be posting whatever appearances I have at SEMA on my story. Maybe I'll see some of you guys around. I go to SEMA to talk with the companies and the partners that support what we do here. I'm incredibly thankful for them, so I just go show face, shake some hands. I don't have any cars there. I'm not going for anything other than just to really do that. And, you know, when in Vegas, eat food, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You've been there, right? Yeah, we used to hang out there. Back when we did the Mustang things. I actually blew a motor on a Mustang there. Fun fact. I got a GT2 RS muffler on my 964, and TJ's rotary isn't gonna make 1,000 horsepower. I'm not here right now. I'm actually at SEMA, but If I know anything, I know that Johan probably knocked it out of the park with all his titanium welding and fabrication skills. So I'm stoked to see when I get back, but you guys got to see it before I did. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Not planning to film anything out at SEMA, so I'll see you guys in a few days when I'm back. I appreciate y'all and hope you have a good day.
Ay, Dios mío, tío. Qué cómico.